Hello, it's me, Axiom, coming at you live from the top of the mountain base. And we were busy recently on a live stream with the coppers and the minings, and we were working on this. I was trying to figure out what to do with this. You know what I learned? I learned designing on the fly is not the way to do things. Well, sometimes. It's perfectly fine to design on the fly from time to time, but you have to make sure that you have a plan that is actually going to be something you can execute. And in my hurry to deal with building with copper, I did not take the time to actually look at the space. Even though it's misshapen, the design that I had in mind of doing some sort of like rotunda area in the middle, it's just not going to work. Even if I got something to work right in the middle of what would be the center of the base, right here, functionally, the edges are still going to be a problem. And I couldn't figure out for a long time what it is that I would need to do to actually make this make sense. And then I realized something else. Actually, I slept on it. Like in real life. I went to bed, I woke up, and it was like a moment of inspiration struck me when I realized, or remembered rather, this is tall. It's all tall. All the sides of it are super tall. It's just a tall box. And if I want to bring life and depth, this is a tower. It's meant to be tall, but it has more life to it than this does. It's just square and tall. What I realized is we have to do some modifications, but it's okay. The modifications are going to be too insane. First problem, this. This is an even number. From that wall to this wall, that makes building with blocks a challenge. And if I will take this as being the center of my base, this wall needs to move. Because this space is not the same as this space. And that's really what we want. We want all three of these to be about the same. So I'm going to work on redoing this wall here, and we're actually going to move it out one more block. It's not going to be as bad as it sounds since we've got these blocks here. I'm going to rip out these buttons, put in some stairs to give it some support, drop the snow back down, and move what is up there. The second step is going to be to deal with this. This we're actually going to lower down because we can take advantage of what will be the airship coming in this way. We're going to lower this quite considerably. We're going to bring it down almost about halfway. If we were to go, see if I can jump up here. Of course I can't. We would have a really good standing point. 2, 3, 4. We're going to go right about from there up is actually going to come down. So that's going to be the front of the wall on this side of our build. And that's going to give us an opportunity to take the roof from that part all the way back to this part, which gives us another opportunity, phase 3. It's going to square this space off quite considerably. We're going to frame this out a little more, and I love my window, my little outlook. I think it's kind of cool, but something about it just hasn't felt right since I built it. And I don't know if it's the shape or what, but really what I get to is I think the scale is wrong here too. Hello, beautiful. So we're going to open this up also. That's right. We're actually going to take this back all the way. We're going to move it in at least one level, kind of the whole way. Really open it up and give us a space that we can kind of manipulate a little nicer. Build a good front for. Simultaneously, we're going to lower this roof as well. See, we have, well, we got kind of the top of what would be the outside there. So if we just make that the go-to top on this side, that'll let us lower this part also. So we'll have a lower part here on the back, lower part here on the front, and then this rectangular space in the middle, we can build a short cap. Maybe about this tall. I won't have to do a lot of work there, actually. And yeah, it's going to look fabulous. So I've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to start tearing down some walls and start setting them up. Well, we finally got the majority of it worked out and kind of put together. I've got the roof of the balcony done at least, and I got the front entrance area lowered. And I'm just placing up the final blocks atop my mountaintop now. Look at the stars. How beautiful is that? And the moon. It's a wonderful night for copper. Now, one of the other things that I could do is throw down my crafting table, turn those back into ingots, and then we can throw them in a line, and voila, lightning rod. Now, wherever we choose to place this, which would be about here, maybe about here. Boink. Now the roof can get electrified whenever lightning is storming in the area. If I put wood or even a villager, they're not going to get electrocuted unless they're in that vicinity. And since I haven't done a lot, and I know I have at least a double chest's worth of the copper, and we'll do up a nice little pillar. We'll get rid of that too. I just want a block there to help hold it together. With that instead. Blink. That. Aha. Perfect. And a piece of resistance. That into 6 of them. Need that many. We'll put this here with the lightning rod atop. That is kind of cool. That does give me a little pipe feel, and I've always thought that copper would actually do better as some sort of like steampunk kind of design. And what I'm thinking to help give texture to a lot of the base, especially with the tower being there, we might build some copper pipes coming in and out. Maybe even poke out of the mountain as we go this way towards the harbor. That'll be fun. It's going to be the next little build project, I think. But we have to finish. We need to put one more thing. We got to finish the balcony and the roof to the front. Well, we've been doing quite a bit of work to finish off the mountaintop, and I have a little balcony overlook, at least the platform and the roof above it. Pretty well done. So you can come and gander over at the ship. The rising sun to the east, the oceans beyond, to the harbor with the nether portal looking fantastic. And yeah, we got the roof pretty well on there. I still haven't access there because I think I'm still going to be doing some cleaning up with it. But we might just go patch those holes just so we don't have to worry about them. The front entranceway facing the setting westward direction. This is where the roof is going to go for it. And copper. I'm going to have to get a couple more blocks out of the chest and start kind of billowing this down. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of make it more, not necessarily rounded. I'm going to keep some tradition with this shape and maybe do it triangular, going up towards the middle, but not quite crested. So time to work on that. Then we got to figure out, how are we decorating this? Like, what are we doing with this space? Because it is absolutely massive. We still have the second floor to deal with, as well as this first floor. And if we stick with the narrative that this is a place for travelers and merchants and other things, this is maybe some sort of exotic landing strip for airships as they're flying to and fro. Keep some nice trees. Of course, we got to build a balloon up there for our nether farm. But I thought this might be a little hallway. We'll throw in some armor stands and things to decorate it that way, and then figure out a staircase. And maybe this is some sort of like a bedroom? A bedroom? My bedroom? I don't know if I want my bed up here. I think putting 1 or 2 like bedroom suites up here and maybe like a living space of sorts would be kind of cool. Down here, this is more like shop and decor. we'll throw out some more maps. I'll expand this out also for kind of the region. I think that's going to look fantastic. Can't wait for you to see it.